Hi, movie fans. Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm your host, Steven, and I'm back with
Geo.
out of theaters, walking out straight out of theaters. This one being Equalizer 3, starring Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, and directed by Antoine Fuqua, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Like to go first, my friend?
You go for it.
All
We're
right.
on a roll. We're on a roll.
All right, so of course it's Equalizer 3, so it's the third part of the franchise. Denzel Washington reprises his role as Robert McCall, the man who helps out people in need. This time he's in Italy, protecting a small town that kind of helps him from a previous mission, brings him back to life. He kind of falls in love with the countryside and the people, and unfortunately the mafia gets involved and sort of takes away his happiness. He steps up to the plate and does what he has to do and do business. Overall, I have to say it's a great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The action was good. It was brutal. So if you're not used to this, if you remember the John Wick films, how they can be, the action is like that. Maybe not the fight sequences themselves, but the brutality, like the way he places the knives, the guns, and it is a little brutal for a Denzel Washington film. But overall, it finds a nice balance of finding his way into the world where he's supposed to be, and how he will fight to keep it when they're trying to take it away from him. I overall thought it was a great movie. I have no complaints. I was thoroughly satisfied and entertained. Don't get wrong, it's not as good as John Wick in terms of action, but it's action packed. I think it's probably, I would have to say, Mission Impossible, John Wick, and The Equalizer is somewhere up there. I didn't think it's going to be that great of a franchise, but I'm entertained, and I have nothing to say bad about this film.
My turn.
Go right ahead.
I disagree with the John Wick and Equalizer. But anyways, before I go to that thing, it was 94 Rotten Tomato. People's approval from the theater was 92. And I kind of agree with the people's view. It was amazing. I love it even more than John Wick. You know why? He forgot about John Wick, all those stairs and all those fighting scenes. He didn't take a heavy breather. Was a lot of things, especially the last one, was so a lot of things were so unrealistic. Was incredible. This one here, that's why I love it. It's realistic. His fighting sequence, how he kills the people, how he does it. It's so precision. It's so fast. No remorse. Loved it. And he forgot one actress. There's one actress called, I think it's called Garcia Scoladella, Scoladella, whatever. She's the waitress.
Gorgeous, yes.
Beautiful smile, natural smile. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Okay, and this movie, yeah, he's right. There's action packed. Okay, it starts with action right away, and I was like, okay, what year is it? What happened and everything, and you kind of see Denzel Washington, how he was in that moment. He's just a killer. He has no happiness in him, until he meets his village. So you kind of see that the way he changes. Because the other one, you kind of see like he's not far away from snapping and going completely crazy in a rampage, like being a true killer with no remorse, no pity, no nothing. And how much he saved the village, the village saved him. And I like the Equalizer, also the TV version. The TV version, of course, with Queen Latifah, great stories and everything, but it's made more for TV. This one here is made for the cinema. But I like as I said, like in John Wick, I love like you put this compared to John Wick number 1, then it'd be like a battle. Last John Wick, it got too lopsided. But this movie, it's real. Like it's the closest you can get to a realistic movie. Any action thriller, adventures, whatever, from James Bond and Mission Impossible, it's more the closest to reality there is to it. And that's what I love about the fighting sequence. It's like reminds me of Viva Vendetta. He tries to kill the guys as fast as possible, as quiet as possible, with silencer, and he kind of reads these people's mind before they do what they gotta do. So he knows what it is. And thanks to me, the Equalizer 3 was done because he was saved by a policeman called Geo. You see? There you go. And the storyline is kind of like karma. Okay? And I love it because the mafia guys and all that, when they kill other people's loved ones, they're like, haha, they're chuckling and everything. We are the powerful. But then when it happens to them, they come like little crybabies. They just need to be naked with diapers on. So I love that kind of story-wise. It's like you know, you're rooting for you know it's a movie, right?
Yeah.
But you're rooting and you like I'm Italian. I'm like I kill these mafiosos and everything. And Denzel Washington, an amazing actor, because his face. There's certain times you want to hug this guy, like you want to kiss him on the cheek. You're an amazing guy. And there's another point. It's like, okay, where's the exit? Where's the exit door? Because why? I want to be far away from this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Because he look. That's not Washington. He's one of the best actors, and he shows this movie. And you people, yeah, but he doesn't portray a lot of the. No, if you look at his face, his body tone, the way he moves, and everything, especially the first one, his body movements after later on, it shows from like the first one example at the beginning, he looks like the Punisher kind of sense. He has one focus to kill. Later on, he thinks about people around them. He finally found a village that he feels, and his character and his movement is more calculated now. He's thinking more out of people first before he thinks of himself. And there's a little figure of speech, like example, you see, like when he was in the bed, when he was trying to heal everything, there's something happens in the past, and that past leads later at the ending with the woman, the girl, that what's called Dakota Fanning, that you understand why he liked that girl or why he was voting for her. And from the beginning to the end, spectacular. I mean, this movie, like I'm serious. I mean, a lot of action movies should learn from them, especially Fast and the Furious dialogue and everything.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Because you and I we're both rolling our eyes backwards.
Yeah.
And dialogue, Marvel DC can learn dialogues. It was well done, well smartly done. It's villains act stupid as villains, but the dialogue goes well with the movie. So for me, it's like go to the theater. I mean,
It's well worth your
oh
money.
yes, you get it. I mean, and if you like John Wick, you'll love this movie over here. It's so realistic to reality, the fight sequence and everything. It is gross, disgusting, whatever, but worthwhile. There you go.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth. So for me, it's like, oh, thumbs up, go for it. I'm into the 90s. I mean, I was trying to find defects. And I find one little defect. But besides that, everything else is amazing. My little defect was this. When he was killing one of the main mafia guy there, and he gets out of his fence and he goes in the road. I go, why? You're actually telling people, like people there with phone pictures and everything, and they'll say, oh, he was the last guy, a black American was next to the guy. That's what bothered me. Like that night he's getting a bit he's getting a bit overconfident. I thought when he was trying to open the gate, he would put his foot on, and he would go in his high-class Lamborghini, Ferraris, and everything, and he would say, so all this money you had, your fortress, your castle, all these cars, where you going now? Can you bring it with you? Happy death. And that's would be my kind of ending. So like the last phrase the guy would see is his executioner, except him going on the road and dying on the street and everything. So that's it. Amazing. Money worth big time.
Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to agree. I like the thing about Denzel Washington. When he kills somebody, I like that he looks him in the eye and stays with him like, you know, it's me. I did this to you. I like that part. Because when he's nice, Denzel is a beautiful guy in the village. He's kind. You want to hug him. He's like a buddy you meet at the bar. But when he gets cold, you go, I want to get the hell out of here.
You feel it.
You feel it. And in the theater, you felt that change. And I went, oof. What? You'll see in the movie, that look he has when he looks at his target. There's nothing else but that, and that's what I enjoyed. And like Gio said, it is realistic. Like John Wick, there were parts when he goes up and falls down the stairs 45 times.
I'm right again.
It's over. You know what I mean? But this was a grounded action film.
Flawless.
I can't say it anymore. It's worth the money. Go see it. If you like the first two or were semi-entertained, they're saying this is the best of the trilogy. It might be.
It is.
But you know what? I can't fault him for it. I loved it. Denzel is on fire. Loved it.
Oh no! Look, I'm serious. Like, if any of you guys watching this knows Denzel Washington, hug him for me.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Well, what kind of Denzel Washington I'm gonna get? But tell him an amazing, spectacular job. And whoever wrote how to do the fighting sequence and everything, and the writers, amazing.
And great direction too. Great
I
direction.
mean, this movie's. I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah. Looking
Home or
forward to it.
theater. Like right now, this movie is almost tied to my V for Vendetta, because that's one of my two action movie that I love. It's realistic, and you can actually feel that this can happen right now somewhere else in the world.
Agreed.
So that's my point of view. I love it. Go any nights you want to, whatever makes you happy, to the theater, because Gio loves it completely.
So it's Gio approved.
Oh, big time.
So Gio, who saved them,
Yeah, I saved him.
saved the movie.
Well, we're related
We approve.
because we're in a Geo club.
So straight out of theater response, we loved it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
think it's worth your money. Go check it out. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of the movie compared to the first two or any other action franchise around. I think it's one of the better ones and one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
underappreciated. It doesn't get enough love as far as I'm concerned. It's underrated, under the radar, but we love it anyways. So this is Steve-O.
And Gio, before I let you go, the first comparison was wine. This movie, the franchise, it's like wine. It's getting better when it gets older.
Yep.
So Gio out to the same time.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.